Dawson City this morning. 28 degrees out. We all got our shit together earlier than normal this morning because we knew it was going to be a long day. 521 kilometers total to ride, which is 324 miles. Refilled water and got out of the campground at 0900, fueled up and headed north on Highway 2 by 0940. Temperatures in the morning were the lowest we've had this trip. 39 degrees in the sun, 26 degrees in the shade. The first part of the day was a good flow, but as the day went on, it was a lot of stop and go, slow speed. I couldn't reach any flow state mentally, and the day started wearing on me. Burn hit one of the big potholes in the road, and his entire windshield broke off and in half when it hit the pavement. I've been disconnected from comms because my Bluetooth helmet only allows comms or music, not both. But Marian said he heard them swearing back there and was laughing his ass off.
Well, at least it didn't hit me or hit Paul.
I can't believe it didn't hit you. It just flew right over you, huh?
It hit my helmet, but it was just like a tick. You know, it was nothing.
Fucking just sheared it right off.
The latest
Well, it's doing this
Burns
to
bike.
fucking 2,000 miles. And the only guy that gets the fucking bolt to fall into steering tree makes me crash.
This bike's falling apart, man.
I hit a quail. I've got a quail heart. Oh, there's a lot up there. Poor little guy. Less than an hour now, not including all the stops. Tons of road construction happening, but we ended up getting into Dawson and checking into the bunkhouse hotel by 1845. Wiggle man, wiggle man, wiggle man. Luckily, we had called and made a reservation for 2 rooms during our brunch time because I passed a no vacancy sign on the door into the tiny room of the main office. We made it to Dawson. Pretty much took us all day to do about 300 miles. We left Paul and Bern to their machines. Oh, hi. The guy at the register was like, man, it's really late for motorcycles. You guys warm enough out there? Got our keys and loaded our gear, and that could easily walk away at night unsupervised. Bern and Paul got in at 2000. Cracks?
A little cracky.
Mm.
See that? That's just the dust
Oh,
seal.
yeah.
You know, pulling these off and then cleaning up inside.
Yeah.
Check.
This guy?
Yeah.
Well, look at mine. Mine is loose as fuck. Yeah, but look up here.
Oh, interesting.
What the fuck is this?
Something's up there then.
Is that?
That's the bird.
Oh my god.
That's the chicken bird.
What is that?
Something is going on.
Oh.
There's your edible.
Yeah, but look at that. That's way worse.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah, I was just thinking that now would be a good time to do it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Today was maintenance and mess around day. I got a bunch of my digital files organized, then went out and adjusted my chain tighter while Marian tried to get the fork seals on the 800 to stop leaking. Everyone else came out to hang out.
Chain toothbrush.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually they will fail, and then they'll start leaking.
Eventually it'll look like mine.
Yeah,
Drinking whiskey and root beer and cranking on bikes. Paul has been carrying my root beer in his sidecar for me and just realized yesterday that it's non-alcoholic. He's like, shit, why have I been wasting space for this?
Was that where they were? Is that where you've had them before?
but this is where they've been, I guess. You know, but you got it. Whatever you want.
Slow wiggle.
You got it. Yeah. We'll have, if it ever gets worse or whatever, you want to go back to it, we'll have all the tools and shit with us.
Be able to figure it out.
We'll be able to figure it out.
It's pretty serendipitous that they're the only guy that run out of gas.
Has the biggest tank.
fucking tank. Too creamy. I mean,
Oh, you guys drove so awesome. Look at that. It hurts my knees just watching you do this from that position. Really have to take a shit.
Okay, I think we're good.
Paul was going in the Ural to the other side of the Yukon to see some steamboat water wheel graveyard, so Marian and I took a break and joined him.
We need a ferry for the government up here, but it needs to do 20 knots.
Yeah, right.
Marian hopped on the back and I hopped in the sidecar. We rode through town to the ferry, built in 1967. It just constantly goes back and forth across the river every 10 minutes or so. We got to the other side, drove through the campground on the right as you get off the ferry, and walked along the river downstream until we got to it. It was these 3 giant boats, wood beams, metal with rivets, huge steam stacks. They were pretty well dilapidated, but you could still make out what they had been. We headed back to the Ural, took the ferry back across the river, got back to the bunkhouse to drop Marian off to finish the fork seals on the 800. Paul and I grabbed our fishing poles and headed back out to find a good spot to dip our hooks in. In less than an hour, I caught 2 fish. Threw the first one back due to small size, but the second one was a good foot long, so I kept it to eat. I fried the fish on the hotel's communal barbecue, and then we left to get to this bar where we all took the traditional sourdough cocktail shots.
The water.
It's literally a mummified human toe and a shot of Yukon Jack whiskey.
Why is the toe so long? So he tells them where they amputated. You gotta cut it off deep.
All right, Barnyard, are you ready?
Ready. Here we go.
What if you ate the toe? Like if you eat it, but then you donated a toe, would you have to pay the fine?
But your lips must touch this gnarly toe. Just your lips, no teeth, no tongue, no bones. Salud. Well, at least you know some game. Oh, get it! Oh!
Just a weird Dawson tradition that you have to do in Dawson. And of course, we couldn't miss a traditional can-can show. We just managed to catch the last one of the year. Now we will officially start heading south again. All the way back home to the lower 48.